right. Okay, it seems like some people are rolling in. Welcome to those who are currently in. We're just going to give it a few minutes for everyone to join in. See if there's some AI joining in also.
Good old AI.
You'd set it normally to join in any meetings that you set.
Yeah. Well, at least they can watch the video later.
Yeah. Right. Okay, we have about 13 people. I think we can start it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
All right. Welcome, everyone. My name is Zane. I'm joined today with Dario and Adam from Modena. Just want to check, can you guys hear me fine? Is everyone able to hear? I'm just going to share my screen. Yeah, getting a thumbs up. Okay, she. All right. So, welcome to our webinar today. The topic that we are going to be presenting on is going to be on Revit structures, how we got here, and where Autodesk is taking us. So, a lot of the times we looking at what the next update is going to be, what different features that's coming with the software. So I decided let's make a webinar about how Revit came about and where it's going in the future, and also look at what's happening today. So just a little bit of webinar housekeeping. The webinar will be recorded and the recording will be shared to you. If you do have any questions, you can feel free to use the questions, the Q&A button. Feel free to interact using the emojis button. I don't know what it's called.
Reactions.
Yeah, your reactions. And yeah, at the end, we do have a feedback. I see people are already using it. We do have a feedback form. The QR code here will be displayed again at the end of at the end of the session. Just a little agenda. We're going to do a welcome and meet the speakers. We're going to go through the rest of the presentation, and then we're going to open up the floor for a bit of questions from your side. Please feel free to comment whatever you would like. Yeah, and let's begin. So just a little bit of a welcome. So everyone, welcome to today's webinar. We're going to take a journey through the evolution of Revit structures, looking at where it started and how it grew from being seen purely as an architectural tool into the structural platform many of us rely on today. And most importantly, where it's heading next. By reflecting on its history and examining Autodesk's roadmap, we can begin to understand what the future of structural workflows might look like. Will Revit become an all-in-one structural powerhouse, or could it be reduced to another drawing tool? It's important questions that we need to think about, and we'll be exploring a bit on that today. So just a little bit background on myself. Then I did say my name is Zane. I'm a design technology specialist. I mainly specialize in structures. So mainly your Revit structures, advanced steel, robot structural analysis, those softwares dedicated for the structural environment. Yeah, aside from that, normal person, I enjoy gaming, movies, TVs, and also anime. So yeah. Next would be Adam.
So my name is Adam Haynes. I'm Strategic Account Manager at Modena AAC, working with the civil and structural engineering firms. So I work very closely with Zane. My focus is building long-term partnerships with key clients across infrastructure and built environments. I work as the intersection of digital delivery, commercial strategy, and client relationship management, and basically ensuring engineering solutions to align with project objectives and broader business goals. That's also like Zane. I like gaming, TV. Yeah.
No anime though.
No anime. It's not my thing, unfortunately.
All right, and then finally Dario.
Yeah, so I've been around for a minute, just a little
Judging
bit,
by the page, yes.
judging by the page, yeah. Application engineer, yeah, ACI Platinum at this point, and as I said, I've been using Revit since about 2005. So yeah, I've come through a lot of what all of us have lived through, and that's why I'm here. Cool.
All right. Okay. Now, before we begin with what's coming tomorrow, we need to kind of look back at where Autodesk or where Revit specifically came from, because that's a software that I'm sure we all are currently using. So I did this little presentation to show the beginning of Revit. So in 1997, which is the year I was actually born, so Revit's actually as old as me. Revit Technology Corporation was founded by two PTC engineers. Their goal was quite ambitious, to bring parametric database-driven modeling that's already being used in the mechanical industry into the structural and building industry. So they had the idea to take what is great about the mechanical design and put it through to our construction industry for architects and structural. Now that was when it was founded in 2000, the year 2000, Revit 1.0 was officially released. This was the first iteration of Revit. At the time, the industry was still being dominated by 2D based CAD drawings.
26 years.
Yeah, 26 years old. It's been a while.
That's been a minute.
Then in 2002, Autodesk acquired Revit. Now, this wasn't just a normal purchase. They didn't just say, wake up one day and say, okay, I want that software. It was a strategic shift. They had eyes on the future and what the industry would be like. So they didn't just acquire it, they planned down the road what's going to happen with the software. Then comes the year 2005, where we get actually our structural discipline come in. So we were able to do our structural work, create beams, columns, do structural work with a software that was
pretty much it.
Yeah, you had your beams and columns, but you could do a bit of structural, which was awesome. But not only structural. In 2005 and 2006, they released standalone packages for architecture as well as MEP. So we all got our own discipline softwares to work with, and that was Revit at the time. Then comes 2011, when the UK government published its BIM strategy announcing that BIM level 2 would be required on public projects. So this wasn't just to say that people should be using Revit. This was more about collaborative workflows, discipline-specific 3D models, structured data exchanges, and common data environments. Now, Revit was already positioned or positioned themselves in that environment, so it was a lot easier to see them as the go-to. Now, this was yeah, that was in 2011. Come to 2016, and that was mandated for any BIM or any public projects that BIM level 2 had to be adhered to. Now, that was a big change, and companies had to either sink or swim.
Almost as big as Revit stairs.
Okay. And yes, we are looking back, but why do we look back? So understanding where we came from is often the most clearest way to understand where we're going as well. So Autodesk has positioned themselves in the past to determine what's happening in the future. I mean, if we look at what was Revit yesterday compared to what is Revit today, we can see that it's becoming a dominant software in almost every engineering firm, or even architectural, mechanical, electrical, plumbing. It's a big software.
It's actually using it for ship design. Shocking me.
Yeah. So I just want to put a little bit of a poll out there. I want to find out, where did everyone start their journey? Did you start with your hand drawings? You literally sit with pen and paper, like the image with the guy burning the candle lights. Yeah. Or did you start with your traditional AutoCAD 2D drawings, or did you jump straight into the future with Revit? So you should see the poll up. If you guys just could see, if you just a bit of an answer there. It's a multiple choice. You can't choose that you start with both hand drawings and Revit. So yeah. Okay, give that a few seconds. All right. I actually started on AutoCAD. Well, I learned how to do hand drawings.
On the guy on the left.
Straight drawings.
Yeah.
Straight drawings.
Yeah,
Yeah, letters.
I started AutoCAD and then Revit. So I can consider, yeah, AutoCAD. All right. So now we can look at the past and how past decisions can signal future opportunities. Now, if we study the patterns in past decisions, we can start to see signals of the future. The roadmap that we're going to be looking at isn't just a feature list, it's a glimpse into where Autodesk believes the industry is itself is heading. So we can get signals of what the future of this construction industry will be looking like. When we look at the past 20 to 25 years, it's clear that Autodesk didn't just react to industry change, they anticipated it. They recognized the shift from 2D model-based workflows early, and the shift from 2D drafting to model-based workflows early and invested heavily in it before BIM was mandated. In many ways, they're not just following the market, but they're shaping it as well. So Autodesk is guiding us down a path that they see as the best way the construction industry is going to be going. So it's something we can see signals of, and it's not just the case of signals, we get regular updates. I mean, before reinforcement wasn't a thing in Revit. It was AutoCAD done, you draw in your 2D lines, and that was that. When it comes to something like Revit now, a lot of companies are adopting your reinforcing Revit. So it's a thing of people are adapting to the industry.
Or they have to.
They have to.
It's
Yeah.
just getting faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, there's no stopping it. And yeah, the future is coming. So it looks like a lot of people are started in AutoCAD. So same like me. No one started in Revit. It doesn't look like anyone here started on Revit, and there's a few hand drawings in there as well. All right. Okay, so we took a look at the past, where Revit came from. Not a lot of people knew that it wasn't connected to Autodesk when it started. It was a software that was created by a different company that Autodesk acquired and sort of grew it from there. And I'm quite happy that they did, because it's an awesome software today. And now we can look at what it's like today. So today we're gonna look back in the mirror, or we're gonna look in the mirror to see what we're currently doing today. How has Revit impacted us today? Well, in South Africa, we have thousands of companies who are working with various workflows. Some are still working with 2D drafting. Some are working with more 3D modeling, and some are working with your full BIM integrated workflows. If we look at what happened in the UK, where BIM has become mandatory, how ready are you for that change? It's a stressful question, but it could be a reality.
Question. Yeah, very hard question.
It's a very hard question. Now we do have a poll. Don't stress about the poll. It's not going to impact you anyway, but it's just to get a feel of how ready are you for BIM adoption. Do you see it as just another software? Because BIM is not Revit. And
Absolutely
how
not.
ready are you for that? So I'll just give it a few minutes just for you guys to answer the poll. You guys should be seeing it on your screen. But yeah. On stage. Yeah. Now, those companies who can confidently say they are going to survive are the ones who most likely will. They are the ones who have already implemented workflows, implemented steps, and everything should be running efficiently. Now, those who are unsure, those who don't know if they're ready, or those who even need help, you're in luck, because we still have a bit of time. We're not sure how much time, but we still have a bit of time.
A little bit of time.
Yeah. And
A minute.
yeah, about a minute.
Still some time.
But yeah, if you do need a bit of help, we are here for you guys and we can assist getting you ready for the future. Now, why talk BIM? This webinar is about Revit, so why bring up BIM? Yes, we know this webinar is about Revit structures, and you might be asking yourself, why bring up BIM? And I just had a picture of Homer Simpson reading a Revit is BIM book. He opens it, burn this book now because and learn BIM. Now, the reason why we have that there is because we're going to first explain what BIM is. So BIM, or Building Information Modeling, is about collaborative workflows, 3D modeling, information exchanges, and more. It's not just about Revit. Anyone who thinks it's just about Revit, it's not.
Yeah, Revit's the hammer.
Yeah. Which brings me to my next Now, just because a company is using Revit does not mean they're doing BIM. And just because a company is doing BIM doesn't mean they're using Revit. Revit is not your end solution. That is not Revit. Revit is just a tool. Just because I can use a hammer, does that make me a blacksmith? I don't think so. I can hammer a nail, I can use a hammer as much as I can, but I cannot make steel zing the way a blacksmith would.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very bad.
So just the same, Revit is not BIM. Revit is a tool for BIM and you have options to work with it. I mean, it depends on the amount of information that is required and amount of information you actually need inside your models. But I also do say that just because a company isn't using Revit doesn't mean they're doing BIM. Because BIM isn't, again, about a software. It's about workflows, collaboration. It is about a 3D model, but some companies do use 2D models for that. Yeah.
Stretch the muscle there.
Now, why bring it up? Well, one of the most popular tools in the construction environment is Revit. And it has come a long way in terms of structures. We can now do almost everything we want in Revit, aside from shop drawings and analysis. Yet,
Can switch a light on.
You can switch a light on.
It's been done.
MEP analysis is already there. Structural analysis, not yet, maybe. Well, that's what we're going to look at tomorrow. But for Revit today, what is so special about Revit structures? It's a software that I love. It's really fun to work with. It's really nice. And Autodesk has done such a great job with Revit. They've transformed the industry, how the industry works, setting a new standard for collaboration and digital design. I mean, we can create our entire structures now in Revit. We can do finer detailing like your reinforcement, your steel connections. We can collaborate with different disciplines. Like my structural model can be interfaced with an MEP model. I mean, we can make sure that our models are clash-free before they get on site. Yeah, it's amazing where it's come from. I mean, today the possibilities with Revit are vast, but real value comes when you can use it properly and to its full potential. Yeah.
Well said.
So we just have Adam here also, who's our sales, our civil structural
Strategic account manager.
Yeah, that.
But yeah, actually at the end of the day, it is sales. So basically what we do at Modena is we're here to basically help you understand the software and do it in a much better manner. Like Dario was saying, he was from the manual drawing, and then it went from manual drawing. Sorry, you get into a bit of a flashback, bit of trauma there. So he goes from the manual drawing, then into the early versions of AutoCAD, and now until today is the side of Revit. So basically, there are still a lot of firms that are stuck with AutoCAD, and it does the jobs, it does get them where they need to be, but there was a good example of, do you want to get to Cape Town? There's 3 people driving to Cape Town. Well, one person's driving, one person's flying, and one person's walking. The guy that's walking He's there doing the AutoCAD. He'll get there, but only in 2 weeks' time. Whereas you can use Revit, jump on a plane, get there in an hour and a half. So we do, there's a fundamentals course for Revit. So a lot of companies, I even remember Zane, he did a presentation for a client of mine who was only doing AutoCAD. They were only using AutoCAD. He did something in 5 minutes that takes them days and days and days, and they didn't even need to think about it. Like, we want to learn this now. Well, it literally was hardly even a presentation. I'm like, oh, you did it so quickly. I was so used to, they were so used to doing it in days, and they were getting paid for projects, and then of course being behind. So now that they've learned Revit, they're more than happy with everything there. So basically, like a high level overview of what, say, AutoCAD has come from and turned into Revit. So it's basically from drafting to modeling. Then there's also single model coordination, which you weren't able to do in AutoCAD. Better multidisciplinary coordination, and there's also embedded quantities of data, along with connection analysis and construction. So it's a little bit more beneficial to go down the Revit road, even if you're stuck in the old school mentality of AutoCAD, which a lot of companies are. So it's also my job to show them, be like, hey guys, cool, you're using AutoCAD, but look what you can actually do. And it is a little bit of a daunting thing for companies to go from AutoCAD. Not even a small adjustment, it's a massive adjustment because it's going into parametric modeling instead of just a normal drawing, a normal drawing.
2D lines.
2D lines, yeah. Yeah.
No, it's AutoCAD will also always have a special place in our heart, but
100%.
it's not going to have a special place.
You'll still have it installed.
Yeah, we'll have it installed, but when you're opening and feel nostalgia.
That's just a bit of respect to the AutoCAD, yeah.
I'm sure Dario still has his
AutoCAD 14? No.
Yeah. I'm sure you've still got your pencil and your
T-spray.
Is it in like a nice little frame now?
Yeah, the pencils are. The Pullman drawing arm, not so much. A little rusty, but yeah.
No, we've come a long way, and
absolutely,
it's exciting to see how it is today, because it gets me excited for the future.
Yeah,
what's
100%.
coming?
Oh,
I mean, if we just look at the jump from something like AutoCAD to Revit, I mean, those of you who are still working on AutoCAD, if you don't understand how easy it is to work on Revit compared, I mean, if you work on AutoCAD, you're drawing up a plan view. If you want to pull out a section, you have to literally take a drawing, put a line through it, try and figure out how this building is going to look from that kind of view. Then you plot your lines, you do your Y plots, and then you basically have to sketch it out again. Whereas Revit, you draw your model. If you want a section, you draw a line, it's done.
90% of work's done.
Yeah. You want an elevation, you put a point there. This is how you get the building from this side. It's done. So getting that idea across, it's that this is what we have today. Imagine what we come to tomorrow.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a big one. So now we get to the point where a lot of people are looking forward to. It's a point in this presentation which it wouldn't stress you out as much as excite you, because you're looking at what we're going to be doing. Now, what does Revit look like in the future? Now, a lot of guesswork can be done for a lot of other things, but Autodesk is quite open with their sort of roadmap where they see the software going, and what it'll look like in the future, which is nice. I really appreciate something like that, where we can understand where we're going in the future. And if you guys would like a closer look at this, there is a link that we are going to drop in the chat as well, that you can go and have a look at the roadmap yourselves. Now, there is a disclaimer on the roadmap that we will go through at the end, but any of this content should not be used for any regarded for any purchasing or anything like that. But yeah, but I will show quickly the roadmap and where I got this information, because it's not information that I just sat off my thumb. It's not information where I feel like this is the direction we headed. Yeah. It's information that we got from Autodesk themselves and what they're currently working on. So the next update, we're looking at the near future now.
April.
Yeah. most likely April. And a lot of people are going to be jumping on it. But again, we advise work in the year that you're currently in. If you are in 2026, work in 2026 because there are a lot of bugs that come out with the initial release. And the last thing we want is for you guys to be working on the latest software and then you come up with a breaking bug, which you cannot continue with the software. And then we can't do anything because we cannot pull your version back because 2027 won't be compatible with 2026. 2027 will be forward, oh, it's forward compatible, but not which is it?
So use it's all bad with yeah.
Yeah. If you open, I'm sure everyone who's working in Revit understands exactly what I
can
mean.
open an older model in a newer version, but not the other one. Yeah.
And if you start a project in 2027, that project is stuck in 2027. So
until 2028 comes out.
Yeah.
Don't wait for that.
Yeah. So we again recommend working in the version that you or the year version that you're currently in. So we are in 2026 now. So you are welcome to work in 2026, but there are also different companies which have different requirements for you. Now, what we think might be coming, now this is not a guarantee, but what might be coming with the latest release. The first one, and one that I'm quite excited about because I've spent many hours doing this, it's rule-based numbering for model elements. Now, what this means is if you're drawing let's say a beam frame, like a frame of just a couple beams, what I would have done to previously get my numbering in is I would have added a mark. I would have put BM1, go to the next one, BM2. What this will allow is the automation. So rule-based, meaning that you can set up a rule to say that how this numbering should go, possibly left to right, up, top to bottom, and numbering should follow that sequence. But you set up your own rule-based numbering, which is awesome. And I hope that comes out and it'll be interesting to see how that works.
Set it up today, works tomorrow, works in 6 weeks, 12 weeks, when those 5,000 deeps are gonna come in.
Yeah.
You just gotta put them in and the rest of it's learning.
Can you imagine? Can't wait. What's nice about the software is it's not just a structural.
No, that's multidisciplinary.
Multidisciplinary. So even your architectural.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna love that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. Love it.
The next option is better analytical model elements. So analytical modeling is a big one. And currently in Revit, it's not as easy, but you can. They do give us analytical automation, but still certain items might not be able to create an analytical model. But that's why I put this update here, because they are working on it and it does sort of signal where the future is coming in. Now, I'm not going to say too much there right now.
I'm still holding myself.
We will wait. We'll wait for the next slide. Next thing is cross-sectional property calculation for concrete framing elements. What this means is that you can get your moments of inertia from Revit's concrete beams. So your beams, if it's a funny shape, you can do a bit of analysis. You can do a bit of analysis inside of Revit to get the information you would need for a software like robot structural analysis, which is awesome. The next one is enhanced spacing layouts for rebar. So your rebar distribution. Now this here is going to help a lot, especially with beams and those companies which actually do irregular spaced rebar. So it's a nice feature to have. Then we have free-form rebar splicing. If you've ever worked in free-form rebar, you know the pain of placing your free-form rebar and having to sort of manipulate it so that it stops at one point, add another free-form rebar so that it stops and starts with your splicing. Well,
that's organic buildings, eh?
Hey,
that's only going to get worse.
That's going to get worse. Well, luckily they're going to give us free-form splicing.
Yeah.
But now we can literally do that by just using a splicing tool, which is going to be awesome.
Fantastic.
See, someone was just celebrating that. The next thing we're getting is a concrete detailing ribbon. So in our tabs, we know we normally have that architectural, structural, steel. For some reason, steel has its own. Well, now they're going to be giving us our concrete detailing ribbon. So our concrete will have its own ribbon much like the structural, which would include like your normal rebar, your concrete elements, your what's those precast options.
Absolutely.
Those will all be included in your
More
concrete
program.
rebar.
I'd be rubbing my hands, but I'm holding the phone. So.
And the last one, and the biggest one, I think,
Yeah.
is going to be your Autodesk Assistant. Now, this might not come out this year. And for those of you who don't know, your Autodesk Assistant will be your AI agent. We cannot talk about the future without talking about AI.
Yeah.
And an AI agent inside of your software, can you imagine the possibilities? But depending on how it's released and how it works. So this feature I left for last because I know it's going to be a bit of a talking point. Your Autodesk Assistant will be able to pull out schedules. If you've seen, what's that design make, the Autodesk University, they did a presentation on the Autodesk Assistant and it was insane. I mean, the possibilities that are going to come out with this little updates.
Yeah. It's a little big one.
Yeah, it's a little big one. It could be game changing, but it depends on the possibilities that we can actually work with and how it's going to be used. I mean, I know there's talks of making it credit based, and if you've ever worked with a credit AI system, you know it chose quite quickly.
Yeah.
And then
absolutely.
next thing you know, you're going to need to be purchasing more credits. But
That was me last time.
yeah. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting update to see.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of people are wondering when Autodesk is going to come up with an AI assistant. I mean, it's about time. Now, these are only some of the features that we can expect for 2027. Some could be game changing, and some could just be showing us which path Autodesk is taking. Now, again, we cannot confirm or deny that any of these features are being released. It is just a sort of guess at this point. We cannot say for certain. But a lot of these are, in my opinion, quite likely. And I do have reasons to say that, and I will show that in the roadmap when we get there. So now we can look at the bigger picture updates. Now, what can Autodesk set up Revit in such a way that, or how it's going to look in the future? This is a long-term goal, but we are going to actually look at where we believe Autodesk would be going. And it's something that wouldn't just intrigue draftsmen, it'll go all the way from draftsman to CEO. Because CEOs worry about the bigger picture.
Now, it's very, very fluid as well.
Yeah. Autodesk has been quite open with where they're going, and it seems likely they're trying to make Revit an all-in-one structural design software. From having the power of robot structural analysis to creating sharp drawings from advanced steel, all in the power of one software. Now, this here is a big one, because a lot of people have asked if this is going to be the case, if Revit will ever be just include robots design and analysis capabilities. And this is the path that Autodesk is pushing us towards. And if you remember, I did speak about analytical model updates, improvements, concrete calculations for your properties. I mean, it's showing us the direction that they want to take.
It's foundational.
Excuse the pun. They're building a solid foundation for us to set the software up in the way we want to work. And I'm sure everyone wants to work with one software instead of juggling 3 different softwares. Or if you are working with a third-party software, then juggling, I don't even know how many files that you have to work with.
Export.
Yeah. Yeah. While it does seem exciting, there are still many more updates to come before we get that. They still need to improve the softwares in ways that allow it to handle the analysis. It is more of an end goal, or I wouldn't say end goal, it's going to be, but it's like an end goal where it's going to be where the software is directed. We'll probably get another end goal by that time.
I say fluid.
But yeah, this is not going to be like tomorrow's update or possibly not even next year's. You might have to wait 3 years. This update, this roadmap has been around for a while, and that main picture of where we're going has been up there for a while. So we don't know when it's coming, but hopefully it comes soon. Now, while we are on a journey, we are going through a journey of Revit. You can prepare for the next phase, but just remember, the current phase doesn't wait or stop for the future. So you need to prepare, but it doesn't stop. We cannot do anything to stop what's coming. So, yeah. Before we go on to a Q&A, just go through. Just wanted to open the roadmap for you guys so you can have a look and see. So the link that we've given you is going to take you to this Autodesk blog for your roadmaps. Now, this is the statement that I wanted to point out. Your safe harbor statement. Roadmaps are plans, not promises or guarantee. We are as excited as you to see new functionality, make it to the products, but the development, releases, and timing of any functions or any features or functionality remains at their sole discretion. The roadmap updates should not be used to make any purchasing decisions. So don't let this guide your decisions, but it gives you a better idea. Yeah, take a look. Have a look and see where Autodesk is going so that you can prepare for the future. Now, they do have multiple different roadmaps. You'll see for architecture, structure, MEP, AEC data models, Dynamo. This is a nice one. Civil infrastructure, construction cloud, the water industry, and reality solutions. Now, I'm not going to spend my time going through every single one of these.
No.
The one that I want to go through is your Revit structure, because this is, in essence, for Revit structure. You guys are more than welcome to explore the roadmap however you want. Now, again, you'll see the safe harbor statement, but if we scroll down, we'll see this little section here. You can see the where we going, in progress, next, on radar, launched, and frequently asked questions. So the where we going is the future. This is, in my presentation, the big picture. You'll see there's different options here. And just so you guys know, I'm not pulling it out of my thumb that I say that Revit will be introducing structural analysis. This is the little feature of where we're going. That basically is it. Yeah, this was so it's been a while.
It's been a bit.
And we don't have it yet, but it is showing us which direction they are taking. Okay. And also for those of you who are concerned about your advanced steel, this is the one which guides me to say that yes, Revit is going to be getting shop drawings out of from advanced steel. So taking what's best from advanced steel, solving known problems in electric. Here's an experience from Revit. So this roadmap gives us future insights. Now, this here is the big pictures, and I did speak about 2027, right? How do I know that what's in progress is going to be implemented? If I do click on the in progress, you can see a list of features that are currently working on. Now,
in preview.
In preview means that there is a preview version of Revit. In the preview version, you have access to all of these different updates that say in preview. While some of them are currently being worked on and not stable enough to release for preview, others are currently in preview, meaning that they worked on it extensively enough to say that, okay, we've got a good idea of where we're going and how these things are working. And here's my rule-based numbering model elements, the one that I'm probably most excited for. But yeah,
soon to computer near you.
I like that. But you'll see there's quite a few different options or different features for analytical models as well. I mean, look at all of these in preview for your analytical models. There's the cross-sectional properties. So I'm not just putting this out of my thumb. it's documented here. Now for structural concrete, we have a lot of updates. Here's my concrete detailing ribbon and just a little taste of what it would look like. So you'll see you'll have your architecture, structure, concrete, steel, and a bunch of different other options. But you'll have your reinforcement, your precast detailing, your precast settings, and your work plane for your concrete ribbon. We do have a lot of updates coming. And if we have a look at the last one here, Autodesk Assistant for Revit is currently in preview as well. Your AI agent is possibly coming soon. And if you guys want to have a look at different features and you find that, all right, I think, let's go to a nice one. I think the automatic creation of steel assemblies is very important to myself. I will click on it and I will tell them that no, this is not important. This is a nice to have. This is important or critical.
Big on user feedback.
Yeah, they big on user feedback. And those that are marked with critical are ones that they pay a bit more attention to. They see what you want and work towards getting you what you want. Okay?
So I mark everything critical.
Yeah, mark everything. If you want everything, just put everything as critical. All right.
Do it twice.
If you have multiple accounts, sign
yeah.
in. All right, then we have the next feature, which is just things that they are going to work on after they have resources to work on this. So once they finish the in-progress stuff, they have a list of things that they want to do. And this is one that I wish comes through sooner. Your partial openings in area reinforcement so that you can have something like a recess like this and not impact your reinforcements. So there are a few different things coming to Revit in the future. This is near future. So what I would take it as where we're going, far future, in progress, near future, next, somewhat near, on the radar. This is something that I don't think you should even consider looking through because it's something that Autodesk might look at, might not look at. This list might get completely lost. But the main ones that I want you guys to look at is where we're going, in progress, and next. Okay? I think it's a very helpful tool. Where's my mouse? There we go. And we are on to our Q&A. Now, I do have the link for the feedback form. If you guys would, you can take a few minutes out to scan the QR code. Let us know how we can improve these sessions, what you would want to see, any feedback that you guys have for us. Please scan the code and go through that. Now, we are going to open up the floor for a few questions, and hopefully we can give you guys a few answers. So feel free to use the chat to post any questions that you might have. If you don't have any questions or if you're shy, ask a friend to post. All right. But yeah, so in the meantime, we can just have a conversation. So how was it working on Revit when it was still using tablet formats? Your chisel and your hammer.
Splinters, eh? Lots of splinters, I must say. No, look, Revit has come a heck of a long way. I'm just going back to the old interface versus the ribbon, just thinking about that. And then even from the ribbon onwards, fondly remembering there being no steel tab. No steel tab, eh? Revit never used to have a steel tab, now it does. So, as you said, that concrete tab, for me, I'm like, oh, toys to play with.
Most of
Christmas in April. A lot of stuff coming, but for me, it's potentially a paradigm shift, from paper to straight to Revit sort of level is the AI possibilities. And I just wanted to add from my side while we're waiting for questions that if it gets introduced soon, okay, it's introduced with the mindset that can run off in 500 different directions, and that's actually very, very exciting. A lot of people think it's scary. You did mention it, I think. but it's exciting. Essentially, it means what you did yesterday, you're more than likely not going to be doing tomorrow, but you're still going to be doing something tomorrow.
It's going to be like a friend that just helps you out.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm excited for it. I want to see the possibilities. A lot of people might look at how inefficient they're currently working and rely on AI or the Autodesk Assistant to boost the capabilities.
I mean, some of the stuff that we've seen, not necessarily from a structural perspective, but taking a facade, analyzing the facade area and saying, okay, well, your glazing ratio is 5%, you should be at 10. Double up your windows. That's going to be, I mean, that little thing is already, a significant use, and it's a meaningful one. It's going to put you in a position where you can, refit your design and move it forward in an architectural sense. And it's not going to be discipline specific. It's going to be discipline agnostic. So what the mechanical guys are, said that right.
If you're in structural, mechanical, even sales, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The sales guys can also use the Autodesk Assistant to help.
Shy. Nobody wants to ask us questions.
I think we just done a brilliant job, and we explained everything so well that no one has.
They know it all. They know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Okay. If there's no questions, then I think we can end off there.
If you need any help. Oh wait, there's a question.
Logged in a bit late, but can we expect some basic analysis tools in the near future? So yes and no. In the near future, possibly not, but the last slide, we do talk about how robot structural analysis will be coming. And for those of you who don't know, robot is your software for your full structural analysis. It's your finite mesh analysis. For those of you who use Procon, it is a similar concept to Procon, but used in from your AEC collection. So that means you reduce your remodeling time by just sending your model that's done in Revit to robot, do your analysis, and bring it back.
And another thing with respects to this, you're buying into an ecosystem essentially. So taking the cloud, bringing the cloud discussion into this as well, that granularity and that capacity to interact with a larger ecosystem. If you guys are exploring it, or if you're not at the moment, it's obviously definitely something that you might want to start taking a look at. It's going to be more seamless.
Yeah, it will be. All right, we have another question. Will Revit maybe incorporate advanced steel and robots to consolidate different programs? That is what we possibly saying. We're possibly saying that
a lot of rumbles headed that way.
Yeah.
A lot of noises headed that way.
So we are getting signals from Autodesk that they are prepping Revit to handle your structural analysis from robot as well as advanced steel shop drawing capabilities. So we are getting signals, and it's exciting. It's what a time to be in the industry, because we're going to have one massive
it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay, understood. So thus far, thus AEC collection is required to actually run advanced analysis, which is better at the end of the day. Yes, AEC collection does help a lot. I mean, in your AEC collection, if you, firstly, if you are purchasing something like AutoCAD and you purchase Revit and you're purchasing AutoCAD separately, you're already spending more than the AEC collection, right, Adam?
No, a lot more. I think one's 27 grand and one is 40, and the AEC collection is about 49.
Yeah.
So you might as well buy the whole AEC collection. You just get robots, you get advanced steel.
Yeah,
Revit, the whole story, all in one package. So I've got AEC collections in stock.
Yeah, your AEC collection is basically your go-to.
That's the tip of the sword.
Yeah. I mean, you have your power of your Revit structures. Even if you don't use structures, you can use Revit for MEP, Revit for architecture. You have Revit, robot structural analysis, which is your analysis. You have advanced steel, as well as multiple different software. more software than you probably would even need.
And they're integrated with each other. That's the big thing.
Yes.
That spiderweb ecosystem, that extended ecosystem, it's not something that a lot of people actually think about, but it's a game changer,
No.
you know. And
I mean, for those of you who were here for last year's webinar for structures as well, will remember I did a live demo showing how easy it is to go from Revit to robot and through to advanced steam in a live demo. I mean, how much easier can we make it?
you're a brave bloke, eh?
I do that.
But no, just again, to come back to it, something like AI, very, very fluid. Taking that ecosystem that's now set and ready, and then putting AI on top of that or to assistance. I mean, almost limitless possibility. You know, just think about that. And then I don't know if there are any more questions. I was just going to say, if you guys need anything, please don't hesitate. Know the number, abuse it. Give us a call.
Definitely.
Shoot us an email. That's why we're here.
All right. Then thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you
If
guys.
there's no other questions, thank you Adam and Dario for joining me as well. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. And just to show you, we do have a few upcoming events. In March, we have our Insights events, and in May, there is the How to BIM in Africa. So we also have our webinar series for our InFocus events. You'll see January is already passed, unfortunately, but we do have February, which is today, with yours truly. And then next, it's March. March, we'll have BIM, April, interiors. So we do have quite a few different webinars. And yeah, I hope we'll see you guys in those as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Now I need to find my Zoom.
At least it's not like me and finding the mute button. Never find that. Unmute rather.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.